Hello, vinyl community. How are you? I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. I wanted to jump on a thread started by my good friend Mike over at MGK Boston. He wants to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so I would like to help him. First off, let me say cheers. Have a little bit of Guinness right here. That's some good stuff. Also, I've got a green arrow, I've got a green hockey puck, and I've got a couple of green lanterns behind me. So he had a fantastic idea for a thread. Pretty easy, well, at least it is to some people. Spell out Ireland using different artists' surname or band name, like the first letter of a band name, things like that, to spell out Ireland. Mike did a fantastic job. He explained it very well, but yet, if you go watch All the World's a Stage, my good friend Steve, he really got confused on how to do this and just kind of did a mishmash and made up his own rules. I love Steve. I know you guys do too, but it was kind of sad watching his video. It was basically like seeing an old man get very confused. It was kind of like on Thanksgiving Day when Grandpa comes out of his room in a pair of pea-stained whitey tighties, and he's shaking a Polaroid around saying, "I'm doing the TikTok, I'm doing the TikTok." And everybody's like, "Oh, Grandpa." But anyway, let's get started on how I did this. Spell out Ireland. Let's start out from 2021, the Roadside EP by Billy Idol. Idol. This is a great 4-song record if you don't already own it. I highly recommend it. Billy put out one last year too, and it's fantastic. Billy, of course, from Belfast, Ireland. Coming up next for R, we have Rainbow, Bent Out of Shape from 1983. I love this album. This has Joe Lynn Turner singing on it, and the song Can't Let Go. One of my favorite vocal performances from him. This is a really good album. This was the last studio album that they made with Joe on vocals. Of course, Joe from Cork, Ireland. Next, E. So I would pick Eagles of Death Metal because E starts that out. That's how you would do that. This is Boots Electric. This came out 2019. This is very eclectic. It's all a bunch of covers. This is, who is this? Jesse Hughes and the guy from Queens of the Stone Age. I can't think of his name at the moment. But anyway, those two are the main people behind this. This is a really fun album, actually. They do a bunch of remakes, but they sound totally different than what you would think. This was actually a gift from my good buddy Aaron Muta Alamere, and it's a fun listen. Next up, we would have L. So if we're going to pick a band, we would pick one with the first letter, as in leather. Leather Duchess. This is their album Gunslinger. This came out originally, I think, back in 2018. But it sounds like it could have been released in the late 80s. Just a fun, kick butt kind of record. It's just a lot of fun to listen to. I would recommend this. This goes well with a couple of beers. Next up, we would have the letter A. Of course, Leather Duchess is from Limerick, Ireland. Brian Adams, because you would use the first letter on their last name. Brian Adams is what I'm using for A. This is from 1983. Cuts Like a Knife, his big breakthrough album. Plenty of hits on here. Brian Adams, probably an underrated album. And Brian is from Lisburn, Ireland, of course. Next, we have N. So I'm going to use Nazareth. Razamanaz. This is from 1973. This album kicks ass. Man, this is just a great album to find. You can find this sucker cheap. If you don't already own it, run out and get it. Crank it up. Of course, Nazareth hails from Newtown Abbey, Ireland. And then finally, D, we have Dick Dale. D for Dale. Actually, I could have even used his first name if I was that, silly, but I'm not. Dick Dale, of course, is the surf rock guitar king, and he hails from Kilkenny, or Kilkenny. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Ireland. So there you go. Those are my picks to spell Ireland. Hey, jump on this thread started by our good friend Mike, MGK Boston. Did a fantastic job. And happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. And cheers. Till the next time, my friends. I will see you down the road.